Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to Eli Talks Football and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing all right. As you can see, there's a bit of smile on my face because we have seen some surprises, we have seen a bit of shock. The first thing I want to say is that Arsenal are in serious trouble because there's another game where they haven't won. Zero wins in three, 1 point out of nine is simply not good enough. And also, the threes of listen, Arsenal have lost this game. Now they're in fifth because Nottingham Forest have won 3-0 against West Ham and they're in third place. They're in third. And also, Liverpool have beaten Brighton 2-1, which I did say in my prediction, so I got that spot on. So now Arsenal are 7 points behind Liverpool. And I have to tell you, if Arsenal keep dropping points and Liverpool and Man City keep on winning, then that title race is over. And also, we'll be we'll be fighting for the top four instead. Like honestly, I'm just surprised. I know many Arsenal fans is surprised, but I am because I predicted Arsenal to finish in second. You know, but I should have realized that Arsenal didn't do anything good in January transfer window. But I still think Arsenal. I would have thought that Arsenal would do well this season, but it looks like they didn't. So honestly, the ones that says Mikel Arteta needs to get sacked, I don't blame them because if Arteta doesn't win a trophy this season, and if he fails to not finish in the Champions League, then he deserves to go. But he deserves it because the last two seasons we bottled the league, and now this season you could potentially not win a trophy and not end up finishing the top four because you have the likes of Chelsea there. I don't think Nottingham Forest could be there, but anything can happen. You have teams fighting up for the top four. Even Man United with the new manager can be in that conversation, even though they're still 14th. So also have themselves to blame. They need to be ashamed because I watched the Newcastle game. It was an absolute disgrace. Like every player out there today was a joke for Arsenal. None of them were good enough. Like I read the stat that says Kai Havertz have lost more aerials this season, which is 46 times. But Kai Saka, yeah, had completed zero dribbles, and he was up against the former Chelsea defender Lee Lewis Hall. Like that is shocking. And also had only one shot on target in all 90 minutes. Isak, who only scored a goal, had more shots on target than the whole of Arsenal. Like honestly, man, I'm just surprised. But Arsenal, they need to pick themselves up because if they keep dropping points, they're in deep trouble. But listen, I think the title race may be over, but it's still too early. But if Arsenal keep dropping points, then I truly believe it's well and truly over. And also, Bournemouth, by the way, beating Newcastle is for everybody because yes, Newcastle have beaten Chelsea, but that was in the Carabao Cup. When it comes to the league, yeah, we've beaten them. Yeah, Man City drew against them. Arsenal lost. New Tottenham lost. So we are the only Big Six team so far to be beaten. Newcastle, of course, Liverpool have to face them, and Man United have to face them. But there we go. But there's another team here that haven't beaten Bournemouth away, and that is Manchester City. Which, by the way, beating Bournemouth away is for everybody because yes, we may not have the best game, but we got the 3 points. We kept a clean sheet and we beaten them. Also, I've lost to them 2-0, and Man City lost 2-1 to them. And I have to tell you, I knew this game was difficult. That's why I think I would have. That's why I think Man City will win this game 2-1, but not convincing as that. But fair play to Bournemouth. They had so many opportunities to beat Manchester City, for the 15th time until today. They've beaten them, so fair play. Really fair play. But Man City have drawn points. Liverpool main top of the league. Nottingham Forest in third place. Like, boy, could we see the likes of Nottingham Forest win the title race conversation? I don't think so. But Nuno's doing a really good job. He is doing a really good job for Nottingham Forest. So fair play. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. But yeah, that's the results for those games. Of course, Southampton got their first one of the season. Wolves and Crystal Palace playing. It's still 0-0 as I'm speaking right now. So that's basically it. So, if Wolves can get their first win of the season, that would be great. But we'll see what happens. But as we're recording this right now, it's still 0-0. But then focusing on our game against Man United, yeah, it's a must win for us. It's a must win because I'm going to read you these stats here of why it's a must win game for Chelsea at Old Trafford tomorrow. Listen to this, guys. Just listen to this and you'll understand why. Because, boy, here we go. Man United are unbeaten in their last 11 home games against Chelsea, winning five and drawing six, and are looking to win three in a row against the Blues at Old Trafford for the first time since January 1957. Despite trading stoppage time, Chelsea won their last Premier League game against Man United 4-3 in April. Of course, Palmer scored a late goal and got a hat-trick. Their last one consecutive league meeting with the Red Devils was in March 2021, a 1-3. Man United vs Chelsea is the most drawn fixture in the Premier League history, with 26 of the previous 64 meetings between the sides finishing level. I also read a stat that says Chelsea and Man United have the same wins in the Premier League history, which is 19. Manchester United have picked up just 11 points after nine Premier League matches this season, winning three, drawing two, and losing four. Their second fewest after 9 games ahead of the season under Oli, which is 10 times. Of course, that was during COVID. But unfortunately, Ten Hag was sacked last week. So there we go. The only two times they've lost four of the first nine Premier League games have been each of the last two campaigns under Ten Hag. And finally, Chelsea have named the youngest average starting 11 in Premier League this season, which is 23 years and 206 days. In the 2-1 over Newcastle, they become just the second team in Premier League history to not name a single outfield player, which is the over the age of 25, in the starting 11 for a match, after Aston Villa, who did so in 2 games in 2013. And also, I've got one more stat for you. The last time Chelsea have beaten Man United at Old Trafford was in May the 5th, 2023, when one man scored a late goal in the 87th minute. And you know what happened there? I was 12 years old. That's when I was in year seven and I started my secondary school, my key stage three. You know, that was the time that Manchester United have lost to Chelsea at Old Trafford. 11 years. I'm almost 12 years old. Now I'm 24. If we don't win on tomorrow, it could be 12 years. 12 years, So to me, that era must come to an end by tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon. And the thing is that whenever Chelsea, sometimes they have good players, but whenever we do so at Old Trafford, we don't seem to win. There's a couple of games where the referee, likes of Anthony Taylor, was an absolute disgrace and all that stuff. But you know, but listen, most of the time we just weren't good enough. We get back to like 4-0, 2-1, 4-1, and something like that. But listen, if we want to finish in the top four and if we want to win a trophy, we have to make sure that we do better against the big six. So this is another test for Maresca because his first big test was against Pep Guardiola. He failed. We've lost that game. Another big test was against Andre Slaughter Anfield. Failed that one. So this is another big test. And next week he faces Mikel Arteta. So to me, that Newcastle game, we just have to forget that. Yes, we're out. Yes, I'm depressed. But the Man United game is bigger than the Newcastle game. Yeah, because I want to go to Old Trafford and see Chelsea Football Club putting Man United in the split. We may not win, like Matisse said. If Chelsea don't win this comfortably, he'll be fuming, and I do get that. But to me, I don't care if it's like a 1-0 or 2-1 or 3-1. All I want Chelsea to do is go to Old Trafford and win because Liverpool have done it, Spurs have done it, even last season, the likes of Bournemouth, the likes of Fulham, the likes of Newcastle. Who else am I missing? Crystal Palace, Brentford. The likes of these teams have gone to Old Trafford to win, and we are the only team here to not go there and win. So if those teams can do it, we should do it as well. We should do it because if I look at the Premier League table as I'm recording this right now, like I said, Liverpool are in first, Forest are in third, and Aston Villa have got their game tomorrow, you know. If Chelsea, and by the way, Brighton have lost to Liverpool, so thank you, and Bournemouth have won that game. So listen, we need to win this game because if we don't win against Manchester United and if we don't win against Arsenal, we could potentially go from sixth to ninth in that space. Actually, no. Well, no, we can go from no from sixth to seventh because because Bournemouth and Newcastle got 15 points, but we could be in serious trouble. So we need to win our game. No, actually, no. Let me say it in a better way. If we don't beat Man United and us and Arsenal, we could go from sixth to ninth to eighth. Sorry, you know, we can go from sixth to eighth, and that'll be an absolute disgrace. So to me, yeah, we need to win this game. If we don't, I'll be fuming, and it is unacceptable. Because yes, Ruud van Nistelrooy is a good manager, but Man United are still in 14th. We still got a better squad than them. You know, the only thing I will say is that both our defense is weak, but our midfield is better and our attack is better. So if we got a better squad than Man United, we should go out there and win. And every player who I'm about to put in the lineup must wise. And defensively, we need to do a lot better because if we keep on giving silly mistakes like giving away penalties, just keep on finding players and all that stuff, then we're not likely to win that game. And if we defend how we did against Newcastle, we're going to be in serious trouble. We're going to get exposed and most likely to not win the game. So to me, player needs to step up, and I want Maweska to get the right tactics, the right lineup, and the substitutions in the right place at the right time. Because that game against Newcastle was both the players and the manager. So if we want to beat Man United tomorrow, everything must be right. The lineup, the tactics, the substitutions, everything must be spot on if you want to win this game. So every single player out there, including Maweska, get this all right. Because if you can break the rule, one of you curse, and if you can also break the London Stadium curse, then hopefully you do the same thing at Old Trafford tomorrow, and hopefully you do the same thing at Arsenal at Stamford Bridge next Sunday. Because I want these curses to be over. I want this era to come to an end. I don't want to suffer another game without a winner at Old Trafford. Because that'll make it 12 years. 12 years, since we've last won at Old Trafford. It cannot happen again. So to me, every player out there, the players, the manager, the technical team, every single one of you, you must step up and you must conquer. We must win tomorrow. We must do it. It's no excuses. It's a must win for Chelsea tomorrow. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. But anyway, in news, Jadon Sancho is still ill, but despite him being ill, if he wasn't ill, he would not be featured because he cannot play against his old club because he's on loan from Manchester United. So that was it. But other than that, no injuries. Maweska knows that he needs to learn from mistakes and outclass his Ruud van Nistelrooy, and we take it from there. And listen, Man United fans could be happy, but that was Leicester City's C team. Man United will be facing Chelsea's A team, the likes of Palmer, Jackson, Caicedo, Lavia, Pedro Neto. They'll be facing those teams. Yeah. So let's keep the atmosphere quiet, and let's just hope we can go out there and get the 3 points because it will be unacceptable if we don't do it tomorrow. So there we go. But anyway, guys, that is all of the information that I need to know. Now it's time for me to give you guys my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. So in goal, obviously you have to go for Robert Sanchez, because Philip Jorgensen, I mean, he just didn't have a really good game against Newcastle. Like both keepers are really bad. I just hope and they try and transfer window that we sort it out. But Robert Sanchez, I just really hope he does better from the back because every time we try to do that, we don't just seem well to do it from the back. So he needs to cut his mistakes. Let's hope he makes some big saves, and let's just hope he'll just not make me feel nervous and angry all the time. So Robert Sanchez in goal. Now left back. Now of course Cookware did play the last game, but I don't want to see Gusto as left back every game. I really don't, because in the last 2 games he was really poor. he was really poor. So I want to see Kukurea starting this game because in the game against Newcastle, it was him and Mudrik are the only players that can hold their heads up high, and that's basically it. So yeah, Mark Kukurea for me starts at left back. The two centre backs, I'm gonna go for Levi Cole and Ray Sofana. Even though I don't trust them, you know, a couple of games ago they were starting to improve. So I just really hope they can put in their best performance as a two centre back. So there we go. So yeah, those are my centre backs. In terms of right back, I will start with James because there's no injuries, and Reece James in the game against Newcastle was absolutely superb. He played as left back, which was strange, but he put in a really good performance. But tomorrow, I want to see his best position, because he'll be up against Marcus Rashford if he starts as a left winger. So I want Reece James to start this game. Let's just hope he doesn't get another injury. But Reece James for me, right back, starts this game. If he's not fit enough, then start Gusto instead as right back, not left back. That's what I want to see. Now, in terms of the pivot, in terms of the pivot, I'm going to go for Lavia and Caicedo because both of them, have been putting consistent performance. Let's just hope that Caicedo and Lavia just dominate Man United's midfield because Casemiro is likely to start, and also I think it might be Ericsson to start as well, and Bruno Fernandes. So I just really hope that we boss that midfield, that we nullify them. We don't make silly challenges or tackles, and let's just hope that Caicedo can make a through ball into Nicholas Jackson, and hopefully Jackson can do his thing. So that was going to be my two pivot. Thank goodness that Enzo Fernandez is not the captain anymore, and he's on the bench for this one. So there we go. Left wing, like I said, Jadon Sancho cannot start, so I have to start Pedro Neto because the last game he was superb. Like he could have been my man of the match, but I gave it to Palmer. But I think Neto was second best against Newcastle, so let's hope he can continue that same thing against Man United because this is his biggest test. And I'm not sure he's playing as right back for Man United, but let's just hope he can do what he always does. So there we go. In terms of the number 10, Palmer, last season scored 4 goals against Man United. This going at Old Trafford, despite us losing 2-1. So let's hope Paul Palmer could put another sensational performance as he did against Newcastle. So there we go. In terms of right wing, um, Madueke because he only played like a few minutes against Newcastle. In the game against Brighton, he was a bit poor. But if Jadon Sancho wasn't on loan, then I'll start. Then I'll put Madueke on the bench, Nets on the right, and who else? Jadon Sancho on the left. But the fact that it's not happening, I have to start Madueke in this game. Let's just hope that he, like in the game against Liverpool, in the first half, he wasn't that bad. Second half, he fell off. I just really hope he has a, a good performance against Man United. I don't want to see him getting consistent bad performances week in and week out. So let's just hope he improves. And up top, for me, Nicholas Jackson, because funny enough, Nicholas Jackson this season and maybe last season have tended to do well against the big six. Like, he scored against Liverpool. He scored against Newcastle, like the top six team. I think he may have scored against Forest as well. Like Nicholas Jackson is getting really good. Like I said, 6 goals, 5 goals behind Erling Haaland, 9 GA in 9 games. Like Nicholas Jackson is a really good player. So everyone criticizing Nicholas Jackson, he's like they're in shame. They need to. But Nicholas Jackson is starting to improve on his goal scoring because whenever he has chances, he puts in the back of the net. Liverpool game, first chance, boom, goal. And the Newcastle game, first chance, boom, goal. So I really hope here that when he's on the ball here, he takes the chance and he shoots. I really hope so. But Nicholas Jackson is starting to improve. So let's hope he continues this form from now until the end of the season. But yeah, Nicholas Jackson up top. So there we go, guys. That is my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. Now it's time for me to give you guys my prediction. So, 1 minute. Where am I? Yeah, so it's time for me to give you guys my prediction. Listen, my head is telling me 3-1 United, but my heart is saying 2-1 Chelsea. And for the very first time, I am nervous, but I'm going to back my team. I'm gonna back my team. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea. I'm not gonna go like a 4-1 Chelsea because that would be crazy. I mean, if that actually happens, then fair play to Matisse, fair play. But for me, I'm just gonna go 2-1 Chelsea because this if this was under Ten Hag, I would have gone for 3-1. But with Van Nistelrooy, um, would could potentially outclass Maresca. That's the only thing I'm nervous about. I think we will concede, but I feel like we will get the win. If not, then these players and the manager make me look like a fool of backing you tomorrow. But listen, we still have a better squad than Man United, so I want every Chelsea player out there to wise up. Maresca, get the lineup and the substitutes and the tactics right. The defense, do better. Robert Sanchez, wise. Midfield, boss that Man United midfield. Our attack, be clinical, because that's the only way you're going to win this game. Yeah. If you don't do that, if we keep wasting our chances, and if we keep on making terrible defending from our back line, then we're not going to win this game. We really aren't. So every player out there, just make sure you do the right thing. Forget about the Newcastle and just focus on tomorrow's game because that's the big test and that's a big game that the Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. So there we go. So every player out there, wise, take your chances, defend well, bust our midfield, get the lineup right, get the tactics right, get everything right, and you'll see that the mood has changed for the Newcastle defeat. So there we go. But yeah, guys, what can I say, man? Nervous, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game. So if you guys haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click the like button as well. Subscribe. Comment what you think about my lineup and my predictions as well. Make sure you hit the bell notification because tomorrow there will be a live watch along for that game tomorrow. So make sure you guys check that out. And there also will be a match reaction as well. And also make sure you share this video with everybody so that they can also come in and join me as well for the watch along as well. So you guys don't want to miss any of that one. Nervous, but I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the watch along and the match reaction. And hopefully, it will be a happy one, and hopefully, we will walk away back home from Old Trafford with 3 points. Anything other than that is unacceptable, and I'll be fuming, and I will not forgive myself for predicting the Chelsea win. So there we go. But yeah, guys, have a great day. Look after yourselves. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And as always, up the Chelsea. Rise tomorrow and win. That era must come to an end. Simple as that. In a bit, people. Peace.